What up, guys? So today we're going to do another video on making flux, because I like flux. And to be honest with you, I had lots of flux. I'd already have like Mastery 300 and I'd have a yellow name, but since I'm short on flux, let me show you how much I got, because I spend it all the time. I have 36,000 left. That's it. Just 36,000. That's barely enough to buy anything to sell. That's really not good. That's really poor, in my opinion. I'm feeling really poor. So what we're going to do for flux making today, though, is we're going to try mining. And yes, I'm not doing it on Tuesday. I'm doing it on Thursday. I get it. If you go out and do it on Tuesday, you get 50% more. So what we can do at the end of those, we can just simulate that. I'll put it in a spreadsheet or something, and I'll show you. You would basically just get another, for every 2 you dig up, you get 1 more. So it's really easy to do the mathematical calculation on that. So what we're going to do, though, is I know a lot of people have videos about this, and they do I make 90,000 flux in an hour. Well, kinda, right? So my last video, I didn't say I made 196,000 or 192,000 in an hour. I said I made it in a day. And the reason I said that is because, yes, you can make enough ore that's worth a lot in an hour, but you got to sell it. So you got to wait for somebody to buy it. And so it's not really, you're not going to make 90,000 an hour unless you sell it for really cheap and for some reason somebody's buying it like instantly. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually mine for 30 minutes, and I'll put it on pause because I don't want to have to let you guys watch me mining. But I'm going to run around, and I'm going to do it with the dragon, and I have a bunch of bombs. So that's probably the fastest way to do it. It may not be the most cost-effective because bombs are actually pretty expensive. So we could calculate that into the price because that's an expense to make your income, right? So if you could throw bombs at everything and they were free, you could make 100,000. But say your bombs ended up costing you 10, you only made 90 out of that 100 because you had to pay 10,000 in bombs to get that 100. So anyhow, so let's get started. What I'm going to start in is one of the easier worlds. I've got my pirate captain here. He's level 30. He's almost power rank 10,000, which is pretty cool. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Uber 1, I think, first. I'm going to try mining in something that's easy. Maybe not Uber 1. And also, I also wanted to mention, I took everything out of my inventory. Actually, I sold most of it except for my glim, and I had some other stuff that I'm selling on the market. It's a secret. I can't tell you what it is. Yep, because you would probably saturate the market and do the same thing I'm doing, and it makes pretty good flux, and I don't really want other people saturating what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't have anything in here, so you can see that I got nothing in there. Actually, you know what? Let's take the flux out, too, so we can start with 0. Basically, we're going to be super poor right now. Boom, look at that. I have nothing in my inventory. That's how poor I am. Look at this. Look at this. Nada. Okay, so we're going to go to Uber 1, and let's get started on this flux making mission. So I'm actually pretty excited because I need a little bit more flux. I'd really like to get to Mastery 300. Actually, you know what I'd really like to get is power rank 10,000, but that's a different story. I can't really buy that, I don't think. Maybe I can. Maybe I should rethink that statement. I might be able to buy it. So one of the things that you can sell, I mean, you can sell pretty much anything you can pick up. So even glim, I guess, has some kind of value. I don't really know how much of that value. I think right now, if I remember right, the glim in the market was like 1.6 per. And so you get 1.6 flux per each glim. But, I don't know. Do people actually buy that? Maybe they do. I don't even know what you use glim for. MCTY here is telling me that I should save it and keep it because one day I'm going to need to use it. And maybe that's true. I don't know. Oh, look at this. You know what I love doing? I love coming up to these guys that are mining and then picking off like that. Be like a total jerk. Let me take your stuff, dude. Oh, I'm so sorry that you were like mining that. Oh, so that's enchanted wood. So that's definitely worth picking up. Enchanted woods are worth... actually, I don't know exactly how much. Maybe 100 a piece or something like that. 50 to 100 sounds about right. So the more of those you pick up, obviously, you can make some pretty good return on just those. And they sell fairly fast. I mean, I sell the enchanted woods all the time. And I seem to get decent return from them and pretty quickly. So that's pretty cool. All right, so what I'm going to do is let's just go ahead and keep doing this. I'm going to pick up all kinds of ores that I find. And if it turns out that this place isn't very good for the ore, like I'm not finding something good, I'll switch to another world. And I'll see if they have better stuff for me to mine. Because to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like I'm finding a whole lot. I'm kind of flying around a lot for, just a little bit of shapestone. I should go to Uber 6 is what MCTY is telling me. The lava place in Uber 6? I don't want to go to lava.
No, down there, if you go down in the cave.
Oh, because you can go underneath the ground?
There's so many ores down there.
All right, I'm going to switch out because this place is apparently really bad. So we're going to head over to Uber 6. And actually, you know what? That's kind of a cool topic because I got that awesome mount. MCTY's been talking to me about this mount because he thinks it's the best mount for...
Best one.
Yeah. I kind of like the dragons, though. Actually, I can't switch because I'm using the dragon to shoot this stuff. We're just going to go with the dragon because the dragon saves me a little bit of bombs. And you want me to go to Uber 6?
I think that's the one.
Which one is it? No.
Uber 5.
Dragonfire Peaks?
That one's the best.
All right, well, it shouldn't be much harder than Uber 1 for my character. So let's check out this guy here. See if I can get any decent ores out in this world. So you want me to find something to go underground. It's kind of hard to find that, isn't it?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, check it out. Look at that. He knows what he's talking about. And I can't get him to play this Trove game. He just keeps telling me all these secrets he hasn't played in months. And I've been playing how long and I can't find the secrets? Maybe you guys can convince him in the comments below. Tell him, hey, MCTY, play some Trove. He's over there playing Minecraft. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm just going to run around. I'm going to basically do exactly what I'm showing you right now, and then I'll be back in like 30 minutes, all right? I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so we're back, and I mined for about 30 minutes. I kind of started in Uber 1, and it was kind of a bad idea, so I moved over to Uber 5 and this Dragonfire Peaks. And Dragonfire Peaks, as you saw initially in that video, in the beginning rather, you can go underneath the ground, and that really helped out. But I did notice that it's only shapestone ore for the most part. You can get, what was the other thing I was getting a lot of? Primordial Flames, I believe, not the Infinity Ore. So Primordial Flame, and I got a decent amount of those. But mostly it was a shapestone ore. So the bummer about shapestone ore, though, is that it's actually not super expensive. So you can see here, shapestone, that's the absolute cheapest you can buy it for. Somebody's actually selling for $1 each. That's pretty cheap. Most at common, I think, is you're going to find it for about $3 in an average stack. $3 a piece. So that's, $9,000 right there. So, but I also started with 300 bombs. I burned through all of those, and I bought another stack of 500 bombs for their $14.8 each bomb. And I burned up another 100 on top of that. So I did about 400 bombs while I was mining this. So yes, you could use your dragon, and you could probably mine with your just your laser, but I know that's going to take a whole lot longer. So I wanted to do it a little bit faster, so I did the bombs, and you sacrifice the price for that. So 400 bombs probably runs you. I don't know. Let's check it out. So I got a spreadsheet here. So 400 bombs at negative 14.8 is what I paid. Runs you $5,900. So I spent 5,900 flux on just the bombs to get the ore and other items that I got. So basically what I did here is I made a couple columns. I made this one column here for cheapest, and I went onto the market, and I went onto the market, and if you sort by unit price, you're going to get the cheapest price. So I kind of found stacks like these 99,000 stacks. I mean, if you mined 99,000 shapestone ore in 30 minutes, that's pretty impressive. So chances are you didn't, unless you're mining like all day. So we move over to where there's realistic stacks like this 1,000, right? So this 1,000 they sell for $3 a piece, and that's what I put in here. Cost each $3. And that's the absolute cheapest. So if you wanted to sell this quickly, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to list that stack for $3 a piece, and you could probably sell it fairly quickly for that price. But if you don't mind spending some time breaking it up into smaller stacks, if you uncheck that sort by unit price there, you can see that your prices are a whole lot less. So for stacks of 10, you can see somebody's selling them for $28 each. And so it's a significant difference. The problem is that you now, without 30 minutes of mining, you have basically 312 stacks of shapestone ore. So if you think about that, that's crazy. So even if you unlocked all 18 of these, what's 312 divided by 18? That's just absolutely insane, right? So that would take you like 17 full days to sell that, if you were able to actually sell them for 28. People may not buy them. I don't know. They might sit there for a while. You never know. You'd have to try it. But either way, man, 17 days is a long time. to make that money. So
It's 31 stacks.
I don't think I'd want to
Those
do
are
that.
stacks of 10.
No, no, that's inaccurate. So I have 3,100 shapestone ores, and they're stacks of 10. That'd be 312. But thanks for interjecting there, MCTY.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah, you were wrong though. All right, so anyhow, so what I did here is I did my cheapest stack. If you want to sell it fast and you want to sell it right now, that's probably what you're going to get for it. So you had an expense of $5,900 for your bombs, which is a huge amount of money. And so you mined approximately $20,000 worth of loot. And so your profit's somewhere around $15,000. Now, if you sit them in stacks of 10, so now here's the kicker. These ones, the cheapest for these small stacks like this, I wouldn't sell those for the cheapest. I'd sell those for what I found them for, stacks of 10, because that's what you're probably going to get out of it. So really, the ones you sell super cheap would be like this one, this one, this one, this one, maybe that one. Those are the ones that you're going to sell quickly, and you're going to sell those for, let's see here, let's add these up. You're going to sell those for $17,000, 17,547, so 17,547 like that. But then these guys over here, you're not going to want to sell them. You want to sell them for the bigger stacks because you only got 1, 2, and so on, right? So I'm going to grab that guy. I think I already picked that one. So I'm going to grab this. That's a small stack, small stack, small stack, small stack, small stack. That's $5,900. So $5,942. And let's just do that one more time because I want to make sure I did this right. 17.9. 17.9. That's, I don't know how that changed. 17. I must have not selected. So there you go. So if you were to sell them a little bit balanced, I guess you could say, stacks of 10 for the small items and then the cheapest for the big ones, you'd make roughly $24,000. So I made 24,000 flux in 30 minutes of running around in Uber 5 Dragonfire Peaks underground. I think there's better ways to make money. Maybe you could probably go. So some of the comments in my previous video was go mine the. Hey MCTY, what's the name of those things that are in the sky worlds?
Radiant shards.
Yeah, so radiant shards. So if you were to go mine radiant shards, you could get way more money. And one of the tricks that somebody had said on that channel was you create a bunch of accounts, and then you basically take like 10 accounts and you stack them underneath the one you're mining with, and then you go buying the whole stack of radiant shards, and everybody gets them. So then you would essentially get 10 times one stack, or one building worth of radiant shards, and that's probably pretty that's pretty beneficial, right? So if we look at radiant shards go for so 4 to 4.5 a piece. Maybe $5 each. I don't really know how well that works. I haven't tried it. I don't even know if that violates Trove's rules, their code of conduct, because you're kind of almost on a level of cheating, I think. Be kind of like doing a macro thing on your keyboard. I'm pretty sure that's probably something they don't want you doing either. Like, something that you can just repeat over and over again. Maybe fishing or something like that. That might not be such a great idea. So that's basically it. So if you guys want to try that out, go for it. If you got a better place to mine, please let me know. I'll definitely try that out as well and see if I can get more than 20,000 or 24,000 flux. 24,000 flux in 30 minutes, plus you got to sell them, so you're not really getting it 30 minutes. Back to that topic. You're probably going to get it more like in an hour and a half. Anyhow, so that's it. Thanks for watching.